Hey there. You're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with more Kettle Falls. This is The Sims 2 all-in-one, all expansion and stuff packs, and we have been decorating our neighborhood Kettle Falls. If you'd like to join us in that, the SC4 file that you need to create your neighborhood in The Sims 4 is in the description box below. All right, so in the last episode, we spent some time making our pier. Neat. I love how it came out. I've never tried these two objects before, so that's just learn something new. Learn something new. And I also told you that I was going to shut down my game and make these fences. This fence in the last episode would not turned red. That's not what I wanted to click on. Let's see. There we go. Turned red and we couldn't place it. So it was a simple fix to go into SimPE and change all 6 fences to be placeable anywhere. So now I can put them anywhere I want. And if you want to learn how to do that, the best way is to Google neighborhood decorations placeable anywhere. It's a mod, but it also has instructions on how to change things that are custom, like this fence. In this episode, we're going to work on the little details, and then after that, after we've done all the road and little detail stuff, then we're going to go in into my favorite area here in the neighborhood decorations, the effects, and add in the cool things like clouds and things like that, that will kind of the top level stuff that shows up here. Clouds, perhaps a hang glider coming off of here, although I don't know. I've never been a hang glider. Maybe we should make our hang glider come off of here. This is, the scientists who work at the observatory, when they get bored, throw themselves off. They just I've had it. I'm just gonna throw myself off the top of this mountain. Anyway, so we're gonna add some of those effects in, but right now we need to work on the detail stuff. And in order to work on the detail stuff, we need to get in close and comfortable. Let's first work on crosswalks. So this is a modded crosswalk that I'm going to move, actually out of the way. I'm going to move it over here. We're going to take this crosswalk sign. I love this sign. And you can get as detailed with this as you want. I don't place this at every single crosswalk sign because it quickly becomes too busy. But here and there, I will place it. And I'm going to show you a little trick for doing this. Not only do I place it facing in one direction, but I also turn it and place it in another direction, facing this way. This involves getting up close, but it really does make a difference when your sim is, when you're taking pictures later on, once your sims are in the hood, you're not just looking at the back of a sign all the time. So it doesn't have to be too exact. I don't try and make it look like one sign. I just try and make it look like 2 signs right up next to each other, like that. One of my favorite things to do, and I encourage you to do this, is to take a walk in where you live and see how things are placed in the real world. and use those as ideas for placing your own decorations as well too. And for adding in, making things look a little bit more realistic in your hood. Okay, here, I think we'll place one here. And I'll go here like this. And you know, I just realized something. I hope I didn't do this. I might have. We might have to move these. Yeah, I did. You might have saw this as I was placing it and gone, Jessa, that's not smart. Just totally would be totally true. I'm gonna move this out to here. And here. Because even though I know there's not a single sim who will actually walk across. Well, actually they do in lot view when they're leaving the lot. But I don't want them to walk right into the sign. That's not a smart place to put the sign, is right at the end of the crosswalk because they have to go around the sign. That was silly of me. And when I was placing it, I'm sure one of you guys went, Jessa. Yeah, here I guess. This sign looks slightly off to me. Is that completely straight? I think so. Okay, so that should be hopefully a little smarter. And yep, okay. So, placing it on this square, also, I lost my sign. Here it is. So placing it on this square means it also is applying to this crosswalk and this crosswalk. I should count how many turns it takes to turn a sign. I think it's 9. And how about one over here, or 2, I should say. Okay, I counted, that was 18 turns. Lot of turning. And here. I don't mind this kind of detail work. I can understand how some people would just be like, I have no desire to do that. I don't blame you. But it doesn't really bother me. I just consider it to be, I don't know, it's relaxing. I just find it relaxing. But you can imagine in the early days of simming, when I first tried to create my first custom neighborhood, it was a pain in the rear. Because the camera mod, we hadn't figured that out yet as a community yet, to how to make the camera mod change it, because it's not exactly intuitive. Let's go for right here. So I couldn't scroll in like this, so I was kind of having to squint and place things and then go into the lot, see how it looked, go out of the lot, try it again. Ah! It was horrible. Oh, it's a little bit off. Okay, maybe, yeah, one more over here. About this side. Actually, I'll go, well, yeah. I'm thinking that there's going to be a lot here. I love this song that's playing. Jazzy, jazzy music. Okay, so that should be enough. Placing those is another really good reason why you don't want to have a big hood. At least I don't. Could you imagine placing those in a hood that was the size of this whole thing? Can you imagine that? Oh my god, that'd be horrible. I'd kill myself. Okay, so this is, this sign is, children crossing is how I perceive this sign. So, I'm gonna place... What I'm thinking is that, you know, I want to put this near public park areas. The Lightkeeper's house is not one. This is a public area where children are crossing, but there's no crosswalk here. I could put a this one in, and I'll see about that right there. But let's head over here. Thinking about where we're going to put our public parks. Right here, this is where we want to notify people that children are going to be running in this area. I don't know where our school is going to go yet. I think I should turn this because this is applicable to the road. You see, the cars are coming along this way, so they need to be able to see the sign. Let's place one. I think here on this inner one. If you see something that is a little bit off, let me know in the comments and I'll come back in and check it the next time I'm in game. Okay. I feel like we should have one more. I think here. I don't like the placement of that. There, and there. This is a place that's a public park. So we'll place one right here. Okay. This is the sort of, how do I want to say, the kind of lower end area of town. Divey area back here. We've talked about that. I think that's it with the children's signs right now until I'm more clear, or I'm clearer, I should say, on where the children's areas, play parks, schools, and public areas will be. I do know that these areas here will definitely have kids in them. What next? Ah, street corner. Or I should say it's called intersection. Okay. There. Scooting in close again. So you want to put it in places where you don't already have other signs. And how about here? Definitely on one of the corners here. I have actually in past hoods, and will do so in this one as well too, I have actually named the streets, and I will do so here too, because when I name the streets and I number the houses, and the sim shows up in the phone book, it will say, you know, where they live, say 23, you know, so and so place, that kind of thing. Okay, I hope I'm not moving the camera too quickly. If I am, I'm sorry about that. Okay. That's pretty good. Just a few places to help the traffic get around our little island. What's next? Let's place a few of these. I might end up taking them out, but I do put them just a couple. And then I also use fire hydrants, custom fire hydrants placed within the lots. So where I'm going to put these are in places where a lot is definitely not going to be going. And where it hopefully won't drive me too nuts from lot view. These fences together make me a little dizzy when I move. You're talking to the queen of dizzy. I get dizzy very easily. How about back here? I wonder if there's a modder who could fix the neighborhood. I mean, I don't know how you manage to fix how something shows up in lot view. That's a neighborhood thing, a neighborhood object. But boy, it'd be great if a modder one day fixed that. Here. Like, the other thing I was considering and I wanted to share with you, and let me move that, I'm going to move it over here, is in case our crops catch on fire, is the importance of considering your neighborhood as a living entity. In other words, you're setting up your neighborhood now, but you don't have to keep all these decorations just where they are. Perhaps this tree gets cut down one day, and you replace it with a stump, and then after a while you replace it with a new growing tree. Perhaps you start off with a hang glider and then decide that the hang gliding business went under for some reason, and you now have a hot water balloon. I'm going to place this way back here. There. So we'll see how that looks if it doesn't drive me too crazy. So your neighborhood can evolve over time, and so can its decorations. So I'm going to work with this telephone pole next. I am not going to put these all over every street. If you have the patience for that, all I have to say is more power to you. Goodness love you for it. Not happening where I'm concerned. People say, oh, Jesse, you're so patient to do all this with your neighborhood. I'm like, no, I'm not. The smallest possible neighborhood, the simplest decorations to get the idea across. So these I'm putting in the rundown area of town. That's my thought process on this. Where did I have these before? Did I have these on the outside? Yes, I did. Okay. My thought being that this is where the Sims are walking, you know, so I don't put it right in their way so they have to walk around a big pole. Because that's just mean. Let me undo this one and move it. Okay. Maybe I think on this side too. I also don't know what we'd do without the eyedropper, which is like a godsend, basically. Thank you, Maxis, for the eyedropper tool. So this one, how does this work? Do you like have to diagonal it maybe? Let's do that. So that the telephone wire doesn't get twisted just to go the telephone wire doesn't get twisted. It goes up here, then gently curves and goes around here. Okay, I think I am content with that. I don't think there's anywhere else I really want the telephone poles. Because what I'm thinking is, let's just consider it this way. You know, over here, this area town kind of run down. City council maybe just didn't pay a lot of attention to it. Everyone else got underground telephone wires. Out here, they were just like, screw it, and left these, basically. As you get more into the center of town, where the telephone poles were an eyesore, visitors complained. They took the money and time to make them underground. And other places didn't really bother with it too much. So that's my thought on why they're only over there. And also, I just had an idea. Let's also put them over here. Now, I've never flown a plane in my life, and I don't think I ever will. And I know I never will. So maybe this is stupid to have big poles along a flight path like this. Who knows? But I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't care. And this is like, I don't know, takes the signal out to the signal tower or to the plane, you know. That's my thought. Plus, I think it just adds something right here. Okie dokie. I think it's time now to work on the streetlights. Streetlights, once again, not going to be putting them in every place. Also because the lots themselves will have their own streetlights. So this is just, let's put one here. It's just to add a little bit of flavor to our neighborhood. Would be cool if these turned on with nightlife. That would be neat. And I was not careful with this one. I was just slapping it down. I hate that. When it automatically turns when you place it, I hate that. That's a kind of, I guess you'd call it a bug. Definitely 2 street lamps here. Where did I put my street lamps? I have to find the street lamp again. Here it is. Definitely put 2 here. So that you can see the sign as you come in over the bridge. And you are welcomed. These already come with their own street lamps. I love these street lamps, and I would love to have them for our neighborhood. Oh, that's great. If someone would take these street lamps off of here and make them a neighborhood object, I'd love you forever. It'd be inappropriate how much I loved you. Over here, I don't think I'm going to place street lamps, kind of with the idea that, you know, I don't know, some of them are busted, the rest of them aren't really working. It's kind of dark and dingy over there. I'm going to save the street lamps over here because I have a decoration to put in here later. Let's look at perhaps this way. And here. So I'm also, something to be aware of is your lot's going to be right here. So let's say that your front door is going to be right here. You don't want a street lamp right smack dab in front of your front door. So that's why I was careful to put it in between the lots here. I'm going to diagonal this one for fun. For funsies. I think the vicar insisted on there being street lamps at these 2 sort of alleyways to keep crime down, for example, over there. I mean, although who would go over and commit a crime next to a church? It'd be devilish. I think maybe right next to our fire hydrant. Another way to do this would be to go around the hood and place all the ones that are going to be in one direction and then turn it and go back around and place. I suppose you could do it that way too. Coming back around again, let's place one more over here. Whoops! Moved the camera too fast. Okay, let's observe the handiwork. If you really wanted to do some sort of building a neighborhood from scratch type scenario, you could, as your neighborhood became more prosperous, say, okay, the city council has now approved streetlights, or we can now afford, build a fire station and then put in your fire hydrants. You could get quite detailed with it if you wanted to. I considered doing that for this Let's Play, but I just thought, I'd rather do all the decorating at once, and have Season 1 just be the neighborhood decoration aspect. And then Season 2 starts with moving our Sims in. So, I think I have never used this one. I like it. I've used this one a lot, and this one was an Acanthop as well too. These two. So let's go for the old Plumb Bob. So let's place these here. It says, it's basically just saying, welcome to the neighborhood. This is already here. I don't want to make this too cluttered. So, I mean, I could put another one at the end of the bridge, but, nah. You let me know if you think I'm making a big old whoopsie by not doing it. So, I think the perfect place for some banners is along this stretch here. One there, one there. I'm just eyeballing it. Is that even? It's good enough to me. So if there's a parade, it definitely goes down this little street as part of the parade route. That's one of the things that I thought would be so cool, is to have a parade somehow. In an open world type Sims game. But I'm pretty sure in The Sims 3 that there's no parades. I'm going to turn these outward for around the park. Go there and perhaps there. And then there and there. Okay. What else have we got to work with? So this construction horse, the only thing about it is that it blinks in hood view, in lot view, which is good. But the blinking can get on your nerves too. Sweet. And with the lot so small, I think I might skip on this blinking one. I had them in a rundown area of Acanthop. It was cool. But, the blinking on such a small, sometimes English is difficult, on such a difficult, such a small lot means it would be constantly in our face no matter which way we turned. This is too large. Let's go for here. So what I want it to seem like is that there's still some kind of construction going on in the back here. Because right here, if I'm not mistaken, is our flop house. This one or this one of these two. So put 2 of these here, 1 here, and perhaps 1. I'm going to turn it so they look slightly different. They don't look so uniform. There. So the workers have come, they're working on the telephone pole. They haven't really put these away yet. Okay, I think I've got everything here. Oh, yes, one more thing. But I'm going to start to put these away now. Put them back in their drawer. I'm going to leave this out. Okay, so I consider this to be like a kind of parking sign maybe, or, you know, business hours sign. But it's not very well meshed, so I'm gonna put it hopefully it won't be right in our face when we're playing that lot. If it is, I'll move it. So for example, here would be a good place for this one. Kind of denotes the hours that the public beach is open. And here, I'm going to turn this one to straddle this corner like this. We'll see how that looks. One more. Oh, right here. Maybe some sort of, you know, swimming only in certain times in this place here. Or, you know, yeah, let's put one actually back here on the beach. Now, this is one of those things I'm just putting just for pure flavor, because I don't think you'll ever be able to see this from a lot. What with this in front of it, but heck, what the heck. Let's just throw it down there. Okay. I think that's all of our... Oh, wait, no. I forgot something. First of all, I want to put this... I like the idea of putting this here, because people will be crossing from the visitor center to the lighthouse quite a lot. So we'll put that there. And then I'm going to place some of these, this grate and manhole. Because of the smoke that comes out of them, I don't want to place them in too many places, but they're perfect for this area. Now, this is difficult because there's a lot here. That's a pain. Let's try here. And here. One here and one here. Let's see how they look. Okay, so I've screwed up. Don't like those. We're gonna take those out. These should be manholes. The grates should go along the edge. And the smoke is a bit too much. So I think I'll just put like one manhole over here, perhaps, and maybe one right here. So let's take these bad boys out of here. The smoke effect, I'm pretty sure, does not show up in lot view. Oh wow, nailed it the first time. Good. That's cool. I thought there's no way I'm going to be able to get that so that it's sitting right on the edge of these two lines, but I managed. Amazing. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let me take these mysterious grassy manhole covers out. And I'm just looking to see if there's anything else I want to add right now. This is something I really like. It's just a trick to figure out how to, because there's really only so much room in our hood. And that just feels a bit too much. There's already a lot going on right there. This is going to be way overwhelming for these tiny 1x1 lots. It'll just be huge. So I don't think there's a really good place for this one in this particular hood, which is okay. Like here is one place, but it's just so big. It's just a bit too big for our hood. This works really well. The only thing I'm concerned about is when Sims come onto the lot, are they going to clip through this? If they do, walk right through it, then I'll just put down some OMSPs that keep Sims from walking through certain areas. If they keep clipping and walking right through that lot, through that decoration. Okay. Last thing we're going to do in this episode is create this little central area here. This is a neat thing that I learned about in Akanthop. It's a way to create a little, how do you say, a little central park that isn't really a park, a decoration of sorts. So I was going to even up the sides, even it up, but I actually like it this way. Yeah. This one needs to be moved just a little bit. There. So, what's the point of putting this big old box here? Well, I'll tell you. I'll tells ya. What we're gonna do is I just noticed these trees and was wondering if I wanted to use them, but I don't. It's a way of, yep, like this, of creating a kind of area where different signs, like the different businesses have I imagine they have a sign on this. piece here. It's basically saying like, welcome to the business district from all 4 directions that people might enter the business district. And then in the center, oh, oops. I'm going to place this sign on 2 sides and the other sign on the other 2 sides. These signs are, goodness gracious, I have no idea. Let's look it up. These signs. Hopefully I'll be able to find it really quickly for you. I know it's not cricket. Ah. Nope. Although that is Gwinky, what I just saw. I am unsure as to where these signs have come from. If I can find it in between an episode, I will let you know. At CT Nutmegger. But I'm not seeing it really quickly. I apologize. I'm wondering if it is. Yes, it is. It's by Chimerical. Neighborhood Deco. Chimerical is if one of you could link that for me, that would be very helpful. Chimerical is a blog. CHIM Chimerical. Had a Neighborhood Deco post. And this is where those signs came from. Thank you so much. These are actually from Bon Voyage, I believe. These walls. So what am I going to do? I am going to put a tree in the middle. And this is going to be a very nice tree. Nicely meshed. Like this one. Although I'm wondering if I can find one that doesn't clip like crazy. I could use that tree, but I've used it already throughout the hood, so I'm hoping to find something different. No. This tree needs to be really well meshed, high poly. Ah, like this. So, oops, I apologize, I just hit the mic. Clicked on the wrong thing there. That is cool. That looks awesome. That is neat. So yeah, it's just a little way to create a kind of, I don't know, central, ties these 4 lots together, basically, is what I was aiming for. Let's see how it looks. Look over our handiwork. There's one last thing I'm thinking of that I want to do in this episode. I know this episode's probably running a little long, but I have been told multiple times by you that you like long episodes, and I don't mind doing them. Okay, so what I want to do is add in some... Actually, you know what? This is going to take longer than... because I really want to make sure it looks right. So we'll do this in the next episode. We'll also add some edging around here to make the water edging pop, as it were. And we'll add the sky deco in, the clouds and that kind of thing. So we're going to end this episode here. I want to thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. I really appreciate all the support I'm getting from this fantastic series, and I'm enjoying it immensely. I hope you are as well. And as always, thank you so much for watching.